You think you've seen it all when it comes to pickup trucks? Think again. There are pickups out there so bizarre, so rare, and so downright, what were they thinking? You'd swear they were made up. These 15 pickups didn't just break the mold, they torched it. Buckle up, because you're about to discover the 15 rarest and weirdest pickups you never knew existed. Stay tuned until the end, because number 1 is a truck so rare, it borrowed parts from 3 different companies just to exist. 15, Lincoln Blackwood. Coming in hot at number 15, we've got the Lincoln Blackwood. Lincoln's first attempt at a luxury pickup, but trust me, this one didn't quite hit the mark. It was built to rival high-end trucks, but with a premium twist, offering the kind of luxury you'd expect from a brand like Lincoln. However, this truck had a few major issues. For starters, there was no 4-wheel drive, a huge deal breaker for many buyers, especially for a truck marketed as a luxury vehicle. To top it off, it had a fake wood grain bed liner, which only added to the overall oddness. The Blackwood was priced like a Cadillac, but here's the kicker. It couldn't even haul a couch without breaking a sweat. Despite being loaded with luxury features, this truck couldn't live up to its promises, leading to disastrous sales. It was a failed experiment that still has collectors scratching their heads today. 14, Subaru Brat. Coming in hot at number 14, it's one of the most bizarre pickups ever made, the Subaru Brat. And trust me, this one is as wild as it sounds. Let's start with the design. This truck had rear-facing plastic jump seats in the bed. Yep, you heard that right. Talk about strange. These were literally seats for passengers to face the rear as you drove, a feature that made this pickup stand out in all the weirdest ways. But it gets even crazier. The Brat was actually sold as a workaround to a tax loophole. Yep, Subaru realized that by marketing this as a light truck instead of a passenger vehicle, they could avoid some hefty taxes. Talk about thinking outside the box. At its core, the Subaru Brat was just a Subaru coupe-turned pickup, making it completely nuts in the best way possible. It's quirky, it's cool, and it's definitely one of the weirdest and most memorable pickups to ever hit the market. 13. Dodge Rampage/Plymouth Scamp. Next up, we've got the Dodge Rampage and its sibling, the Plymouth Scamp. These tiny front-wheel drive trucks were basically economy cars with truck beds slapped on the back. And let me tell you, they had some seriously weird looks. Despite their quirky design, these trucks didn't exactly fly off the lot. Low sales kept them from making a big impact. But here's the kicker. Today, they've developed a cult following among fans who appreciate their oddball charm. What makes these trucks even rarer? The Rampage and Scamp were among the few FWD pickups ever made in the US. That front-wheel drive setup made them more like an oversized hatchback than a traditional pickup, and that's what makes them so unique and memorable today. 12th, Volkswagen Caddy Rabbit. Pickup coming in at number 12, we have a pickup that's as unlikely as it is legendary. The Volkswagen Caddy, also known as the Rabbit pickup. Now you might be thinking, wait, Volkswagen? A pickup? Yes, you heard that right. This front-wheel drive compact truck was based on the famous VW Rabbit hatchback. Built right in Pennsylvania, believe it or not, this little truck was a wild mix of German engineering and American truck culture, and it was one of the most quirky and functional pickups ever made. What makes it even stranger? The fact that it somehow worked, combining the practicality of a pickup with the efficiency and handling of a hatchback. It wasn't a powerhouse, but it sure knew how to punch above its weight. And with its unique European styling, it's a ride that has left a lasting mark on the compact truck scene. It's rare, it's strange, and it's absolutely unforgettable. 11th, Lincoln Mark LT. We're in 11 on our list is the Lincoln Mark LT. Lincoln's second attempt at creating a luxury pickup. Now, this one was slightly more practical than its predecessor, the Blackwood, but it still didn't exactly take the world by storm. The Mark LT was marketed as a high-end truck with features like premium leather seats, chrome accents, and a powerful V8 under the hood. But despite being a bit more functional, it still never quite found its footing in the US market. In fact, this truck ended up being way more popular in Mexico than it ever was in the States. Go figure, right? While it may be rare in the US, the Lincoln Mark LT has earned its place as an oddball in the luxury pickup world, leaving a curious legacy behind. 10. Cadillac Escalade EXT. At number 10, we have the Cadillac Escalade EXT, the pickup version of Cadillac's ultra-luxurious SUV. This was one lavish truck with all the bling you'd expect from a brand like Cadillac. The Escalade XT was one of the most polarizing trucks ever made. It combined the elegance of a Cadillac with the functionality of a pickup, featuring a mid-gate system, which allowed the truck bed to extend into the cab for flexible cargo. Talk about luxury meets utility, but despite its cool features and upscale design, the EXT always had its critics. Some called it a sophisticated workhorse, while others saw it as a truck trying too hard. Love it or hate it, the Escalade EXT will always be remembered as one of the flashiest trucks to ever roll off the lot. 9. Mazda Rotary Pickup. Repu coming in at number 9, we have the Mazda Rotary Pickup, Repu, the only rotary engine pickup ever sold in America. This truck was as loud and fast as it was insanely unique. Powered by Mazda's iconic rotary engine, the Repu was a wild idea from the 70s that somehow made it to production. It was definitely thirsty, burning through fuel like it was no big deal, but its performance and engine sound turned heads everywhere it went. Though it was a niche model and had limited production, the Repu remains one of the most distinctive pickups ever to hit the market. No other truck combines the uniqueness of the rotary engine with the utility of a pickup quite like this one did. A true oddball that still sparks excitement among enthusiasts today. 8. Dodge Dakota Sport Convertible. At number 8, we have the Dodge Dakota Sport Convertible. Yes, you heard that right. A convertible pickup. This ultra-rare creation was made in collaboration with the American Sunroof Corporation. Built in the late 80s and early 90s, this truck was a wild mix of pickup utility and convertible fun. But here's the kicker. Fewer than 100 were made in its final year, making it one of the rarest pickups to ever hit the streets. While it didn't exactly become a sales hit, it did become a cult classic. And it's one of the most unique trucks you'll ever come across. It's a perfect example of the strange, quirky vehicles that push the boundaries of what a pickup truck can be. 7. Ford F-250 Bigfoot Cruiser. Coming in at number 7, the Ford F-250 Bigfoot Cruiser, a monster truck-inspired pickup that's just as wild as it sounds. Built as a homage to the famous Bigfoot monster truck, this truck was all about size, attitude, and off-road capability. It wasn't just a lifted pickup, it was equipped with winches, roll bars, off-road lights, and bold Bigfoot graphics, a rolling tribute to everything extreme. But there's a catch. Ford produced just 300 of these, and some were recalled due to safety concerns, making the surviving trucks even more rare. Finding one today in its original form is practically impossible, but if you do, you found one of the most unique pickups ever built, a true collector's piece from the golden age of monster trucks. 6. Chevrolet 454 SS. At number 6, we've got the Chevrolet 454 SS, a true muscle truck that redefined what a pickup could be. Powered by a big block 454 V8 engine, this truck was built for performance, not just hauling. With its short bed, single cab, and rear-wheel drive, it's everything you'd expect from a true muscle machine, but with a truck bed. Only 16,953 of these trucks were built, but the 454 SS became legendary for helping kickstart the era of high-performance pickups. It was quick, loud, and a wild departure from the typical work truck. If you're into pickups with muscle car DNA, this one's a collector's dream. 5. Ford SVT Lightning Gen 1. Coming in at number 5, we have the Ford SVT Lightning Gen 1. Ford's response to the Chevrolet 454 SS. This performance pickup was designed with one goal in mind: speed. With a lowered stance, upgraded suspension, and a sporty interior, the SVT Lightning was built to handle and accelerate like no truck had before. It wasn't just another F-150, it was one of Ford's first real performance trucks, showcasing what could be done when you take a muscle car and give it a truck bed. With only about 11,000 units built, the SVT Lightning became a rare, high-performance legend in the world of pickups. 4. International Harvester Scout Surround Pickup. At number 4, we have the International Harvester Scout 2 pickup, a vehicle that's truly a half SUV, half pickup, and completely strange. With a fixed bulkhead, short bed, and those iconic boxy looks, this truck doesn't just stand out, it demands attention. Rare and rugged, the Scout 2 pickup is often deeply underrated, despite its ability to tackle tough terrain. It's the kind of truck that flies under the radar, but to those who know it, the Scout 2 is a wildly unique gem in the world of pickups. 3. Studebaker Champ. Number 3 on our list is the Studebaker Champ, a pickup that's more Frankenstein's monster than a conventional truck. This oddball used the front end of a car, the compact Studebaker Lark, and paired it with a truck bed borrowed from Dodge. That's right, the Champ's mismatched parts made it look like a hodgepodge of other vehicles. And honestly, it's exactly as weird as it sounds. But here's the kicker. Despite its awkward looks and patchwork design, the Studebaker Champ had some serious rarity appeal. With just 5,500 units produced in 1960 and 1961, and only 259 made in 1964, it's one of the rarest pickups you can find today. The low production numbers and unusual design didn't win over many buyers back in the day. But now, decades later, it's considered a true collector's gem. A truck so unique, it's practically a unicorn in the automotive world. 2. GMC Cyclone. Coming in at number 2 is the GMC Cyclone, a pickup that defies everything you think you know about trucks. This all-wheel drive turbocharged beast wasn't just fast for a truck, it was faster than a Ferrari 348 in the quarter mile. Yeah, you heard that right. The Cyclone was a muscle car in pickup form, packing a 4.3-liter turbo V6 and a whole lot of performance tech. At the time of its release, it was one of the most bizarrely over-engineered trucks ever made. GMC took a compact utilitarian pickup and turned it into a mind-blowing performance machine. In a world of trucks built for towing and hauling, the Cyclone was built to leave sports cars eating its dust, with 280 horsepower that sent it to 60 miles per hour in just 4.3 seconds. It's hard to believe something so power-packed could come from a pickup, but the Cyclone is a clear reminder that sometimes the most unexpected vehicles can shock the world. 1. Chevrolet SSR. And taking the top spot is the Chevrolet SSR, a pickup that's equal parts retro roadster, pickup, and, well, midlife crisis. This truck had a retractable hardtop that transformed it from an open-air cruiser into a stylish but slightly impractical pickup. And under the hood, V8 power, because why not add muscle to something that was already totally out there? Here's the kicker, despite all that flash and performance, the SSR didn't really offer much in the way of utility. It was more about looks than work. And yet GM went all in and approved one of the strangest production pickups ever. With its bold design, limited utility, and a price tag that made you wonder if it was a truck or a car for show-offs, the SSR remains a curious gem in automotive history. But that's what makes it so special. It's unapologetically weird, and for that, we love it. And there you have it. From mind-blowing muscle trucks like the GMC Cyclone to ridiculous designs like the Chevrolet SSR, these 15 pickups prove one thing. The world of trucks isn't just about practicality. It's about creativity, boldness, and sometimes complete madness. Which one of these bizarre beauties blew your mind the most? Drop a comment below and tell us which truck you'd want in your garage, or maybe which one you'd pass on. Let's be real. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the ride through this quirky collection, give us a like, hit that notification bell, and of course, subscribe for more wild, off-the-beaten-path trucks and automotive oddities. Until next time, keep your wheels rolling, your engines roaring, and stay weird.